Shalom. All praises to the Heavenly Father, Anguilla. Praise be to the earthly mother, the Pachamama, and all of her earthly angels, the Erkadeshwe. Praise be to the Holy Spirit, the Kahe, in the name of his only begotten Son, Motsah the Lamb, unification to the nation. So I want to say a few things at the beginning of this video, before I begin. Do you guys, how do I say this? Let me share something with you guys that's relatively personal. I've actually wanted to quit doing this for over 10 times. The reason being is because I deal with a lot of crazy people, a lot of insecure people, and a lot of downright retarded people, stupid people, people lacking in intelligence. I have to deal with these people. Reason I have to deal with them is because if I'm going to deal with the people who aren't, I have to deal with the people who are, because I don't know them apart until I know them, right? So I can either A, be the type of person who doesn't let people get close to me at all, or I'm able to meet some good people and some bad people. So I've elected for the latter, just because. But because of that, I also pay the price. I had an idiot come on my channel yesterday accusing me that I was saying besmirching things about Australian Aboriginals. And I literally went through my videos and I'm trying to figure out what the hell did I say. And by the time I was finished, I'm like, bro, not only was that Semi Haza trying to bring out a baseless claim, this person is an idiot. And I really just wasted my time. My precious time. I don't have a lot of time these days. I wasted that time so that I can somehow clear my name when my name didn't even need to be cleared. And I was just like, yo, I've had enough of this, bro. Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to deal with all of these people who are dumb as rocks? Why? Not only do I not ask for anything in return for what I do on this channel, as far as physically, I don't ask for monetary support, even though I share PDFs. I spend money on books and share PDFs. I haven't done that recently, but I'll get back to it, because I still have a lot of books to make PDFs of. But I waste my time doing that. I don't waste it, but I spend my time making PDFs. I spend my time researching, meditating for hours and hours and hours. And then when you see the 30-40 minute video as a result, then you want to sit back in your chair and be a keyboard warrior and say whatever outlandish thing that comes out of your mouth. I did not grow up in a place where people spoke like that. If you were going to say something that was like that, you better be ready to defend your jaw, because it might get broken. You don't speak to people like that. You don't know me. You don't know me. And I guarantee you would never say that to my face. I'm not saying that, to brag about how physically imposing I am or how well I can beat someone up. That's not why I'm saying that. But I am saying it to let you know that you're a coward. And I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, pretty much. So I'm asking you guys to pray for my well-being, because I'm going to go crazy doing this. I'm going to. I've been getting attacked for the past five months. I moved out of my father's house just so I can get more spiritually close to the Most High, because he was impeding me. And all of that just for people on the internet who don't do any research and just clickety-clack on the keyboard and being a keyboard warrior. You could not survive here. You could not survive where I grew up. You couldn't. I'm not even from the hood like that. I'm not even really from the hood. But you could not grow up where I grew up, talking like that, being like that. Now, I've also been attacked, one, for videos I've already made, for topics I've already spoken on. For example, the calendar. You know how many people keep asking me the same goddamn questions about the calendar, where I answer 95% of these questions in the videos that I've made? You know, I've answered these questions, and people still keep asking me the same questions. They want it to change or something. I don't get it. And if it's not about the calendar, then it's about some sort of Levitical law. And we're going to speak on the law of Aaron, of the Levitical law, in this video. But I keep getting attacked and attacked and attacked. And I can't hit anybody, so I just got to sit here and take it. Take it like some frail woman. This is how I'm feeling, bro. I'm only sharing this with you so that you can pray for me. That is my objective. It is not to give you a sob story. It is for you to pray for me, pretty much, to make me strong, because I'm doing this on my own, bro. Again, I don't ask for anything in return. I don't have a support system like that. I don't have any of those things. I just don't. I called one of my brothers up, and he definitely gave me something from the Most High, because you wouldn't have even had this video. I would have taken a month-long break. I'm dead serious. You know? So, anyway, that's pretty much what I had to say. I ask that if you guys like what I do, I don't ask for anything in return. I just ask for your prayer. If you are a righteous person, if you feel like you're a righteous person, you like what I'm doing on this channel, then please just pray for me. Please take the time out of your day to give back in that way. That's all I ask for. Now let's start. Oh, it's not blue. So, let's see what we were up to before. So, this is something that I kind of read past before, but this is very important for the people who, again, are all Bible, Torah. These people are really stupid. Really, really stupid. The reason why I'm using that language is because they don't know how to have deductive reasoning. It is almost like it is not a possibility at all that there is anything in the quote-unquote Holy Bible that's not holy. As if these records of the quote-unquote Pentateuch, the 5 books of quote-unquote Moses, were written by anyone other than Moses. The fact that there are inconsistent accounts in the first 5 books, yet people still laud them up as these books that cannot be wrong at all. And they're not wrong, and the reason why they'll have some sort of incorrect accounts in it is because not all of it's coming from the Most High. These are tampered records, and we're going to read how and why they got tampered. So, we are in 1 Aki chapter 4, verse 84. And it came to pass that Aaron began to do mischief in his heart, and he would not report unto the people the truth of his words and the doings of Moses. So let me ask you, if Aaron and the Levites, not Moses, but Aaron and the Levites were responsible for writing things down, right? They were the ones who were responsible for it, not Moses, because Moses didn't speak their language. What are they going to write? They're going to write anything they want. So, for these people who are taking the Levitical law so seriously, you're a fool. You're going to stay right here. Just like these people who stayed back in Egypt when Egypt was destroyed, all of the quote-unquote Israelites, you're going down there with them. There was constant separations going on. And if you want to continue to follow the Egyptian customs mixed in with some Hebrew stuff, you're gonna go with these people. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I'm not arguing about no damn calendars. I'm not arguing about no damn Levitical laws. You either accept it or you don't. There's no skin off my back. I don't understand why people try to pedestalize me as if I'm something more than what I am. I've only ever said that I only share my research. I'm not a goddamn prophet. I'm not Moses. I don't have to put up with your shit. In fact, I'll slap the shit out of you talking to me like that, if I could. But you're behind the you're behind the screen. You're behind the keyboard. So I don't understand why people are acting this way. You have all these records. You've seen what people have done before, and you're still going to do it. It's asinine to me. It truly is. It is incredible how ignorant we are as a people, if you are the same as me. Because I also have to note that there are a lot of quote-unquote black or melanated nations. We're not all the same. We're not all the same. And it came to pass that the brother of Zipporah passed by in a caravan on his way to the oasis of Midian. And Zipporah and her children went with him unto the lair of her father. For Aaron and Miriam were rude unto her, and called her that Ethiopian woman, and Moses was sorrowful. And it came to pass that after she departed, the Lord said unto Moses, Now it was now expedient that he established the law of virtue among this people. For Jeshurun had already been called forth among them by their father Israel. So Zipporah literally had to leave. That's how bad it was. And I'm just seeing the same spirit. This is also what made me sorrowful yesterday, because I'm seeing the same spirit out of these people who come on my channel. The insignificant small channel that I have these same demons coming after me. So what does that tell me? I understand this is an attack. I get it. But it's just like, damn, bro. This is literally right here and you can't see it, that you're doing the same things. It's a damn shame. And Moses went up unto the mount, and he stood before the altar of the bush. And Moses said, O Lord, I have done even according to your word. And I see I have brought out those of the children of Israel who would, and they are now before you, even encamped in the midst of my own land. And Samihaza drew near and mocked Moses, saying that all the people belonged to him, and darkness overshadowed Moses. But the prayers of Moses prevailed, and Moses walked with the Most High. And it came to pass that after many days of struggle in this manner, the Lord brought unto Moses, by the means of a dried pool, the tablet of Jeshurun, and Moses rejoiced to behold it. Listen, man, why am I going through something that's remotely similar to what Moses is going through, and I was not commissioned to do anything? That's how wicked some of these people are. I'm not commissioned to do anything, bro. I don't know why I continue, but the Most High did not come and tell me anything. You know? But yeah, you have people coming after me in a slightly similar way. That's ridiculous to me, man. Wicked ass niggas, bro. Excuse my language, man. I'm tired of these people. But I'm gonna keep pressing on, because I definitely got two messages from the Most High. One from a good friend of mine, you know, a good brother of mine, and one from my own grandmother, which is weird, but I definitely told me. She was like, listen, the only way that you will ever see progress is if you keep going. And I was like, you know what? That's literally what my boy told me too. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep going, even though I really don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't like getting disrespected. It was in this way that God had restored unto his people the language tablet of Shem, that was hid up in the days of Abraham. Howbeit that Moses called it the tablet of Jeshurun, or the covenant tablet of Israel. And the Lord also restored unto Moses the tablet of the city of holiness, that was written by Enoch, and which had not been seen by man since Zion fled. For the Lord had said unto Moses that he intended to establish among his holy nation the city of God. and by this means the people would establish the covenant among his people. And it came to pass that Moses carried these 2 tablets of stone, and he made an ark of gopher wood to hold them. And the tablets were small, as they were phylacteries of the forehead. And the ark of the covenant was held in his hand. Now the tablet of the holy city, which Aki had in his possession, was first seen again by man since ancient times, when the Lord spoke thus unto Moses. And it had been completed just 2 days, when the Lord told Moses to make haste, and come down from the mountain, for Aaron had corrupted the people. And Moses went down from the mountain with the ark in his hand, and as he drew near, he could hear the shouts and the laughter coming from the camp, and it was on the Sabbath day. And he wept, and as he drew near, he could see that the people were worshipping an image of the God of the king, Happy, the golden calf. And Moses exclaimed to one standing by, From whence comes this idol? And they said, Aaron caused that the people should borrow gold from their fellows before they fled the land of the king. So when it's talking about we're going to leave Egypt with great substance, it's not talking about this. Bro, all this wickedness is over, bro. It's done. You guys don't get it, man. You guys don't want to study. You want to be fed. And then you want to complain. Those days are going to be over with. The people who just want to complain, the people who just want to be lukewarm, you don't even know why I just said what I said. Why this wicked stuff's over with. Why is borrowing gold wicked? You didn't turn the first 10 pages of the Brother of Jared yet, or any of these books yet? You still don't get it? That's a you problem, bro. I'm done with this stuff, man. I'm done. I've lost my I've had a lot more patience before. My patience is gone, man. It's just done. I'm sick of holding people's hands. And it's gonna sound like I'm being hot. Like, I just don't care, bro. I just don't care. I just don't. And Moses wept and fell down on his knees, and the ark was dropped, and it fell open, and the tablets spilled out onto the dust. And he dashed the tablets upon a stone, for the overflowing grief of his heart. And he exclaimed, O God, how can I place such holy things before the faces of those who worship idols? You, O Lord, have overcome and subdued the river God Happy before their eyes, yet they are so quickly turned unto it. About this time the people beheld Moses, that he was come, and they all stood still and were silent before him. You know, I was kind of also pissed off when I made whole videos about not using the moon. Not using the moon. How many scriptures and precepts did I give you about not using the moon? What did we archaeologically do? We used the solstice. We did not use the effing moon. And people still were commenting, yeah, but the dates, the month starts on the moon, brother. I'm sick of you niggas, bro. You don't get it? About this time the people beheld Moses, that he was come, and they all stood still, and were silent before him. And Moses said, Who does make idols in your midst? And they answered, Aaron. And Moses said, Where is Aaron the idol maker? And Aaron said, Here I am. And Moses said, You are the one who has been set apart, and established as a priest before God, and you make idols. And these people have had the Lord establish the tabernacle in their midst, and all their worship is in this place. And now they pray to Happy on the Sabbath. And Moses answered him not a word. And Moses said, Grind your idol to powder, and scatter it abroad on the north side of the camp. And Moses went out and called upon the Lord, and Moses asked God to forgive Aaron. But the Lord would not. The Lord declared unto Moses that Aaron was not repentant, and mischief yet remained in his heart. And Moses went down from the Lord, and he declared unto all the people, even unto as many as were able to understand the language of the king, that Aaron and all his sons of his lineage after him could not sprinkle the element of cleansing upon the earth, for purification of the Sabbath for all their generations, because he had polluted the Sabbath with his idols. So literally, the seed line of Aaron was supposed to be cursed for what Aaron did. And they still are. And it came to pass that Aaron was wroth, and he worked the works of deceit, and he would pretend to have spoken unto Moses and bring back a report. There goes your Torah, idiots. And this man Aaron would also pretend unto the high priest, and he imagined clothing of finery and gold of the ark of the covenant, as much status and wealth for himself and his sons after him. And thus did Aaron the idol maker pervert in his eyes of the people the doings of God as to the priesthood, after the manner of the holy order. For has God not said that he himself would herald unto man their calling, according to his will, and that such callings came not by the will of man? You can't just be a priest because you want to be. You can't just be a prophet because you want to be. That's another thing people came at me about, where I was saying, dude's not a prophet. He was not chosen. If he was chosen, he'd be able to do this, 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 and this. And people still came after me. What the hell? Are y'all that wicked? You love sniffing another man's sweaty drawers that much? They're gonna come after me for all I'm doing is reading scriptures? Some man worshippers, bro. There's some Aaron worshippers and some man worshippers. And this is not for the people, obviously this is not for the people who aren't, right? But I'm just letting you know, these people are bothering the hell out of me. And I need your prayers, man. For the people who actually want to be righteous, who are actually hearing what I'm saying, I need you and I need your prayers. There's always a fight going on. According to his will, and that such calling came not by the will of man, nor were they called because of father or mother. Therefore Aaron sought to establish that now the high priest was to come by the blood of lineage. And Aki beheld the abominations of Aaron before the face of God. And Aaron desired wealth and great glory to be passed on to his sons. But the language of repentance came to him by a mighty hand. And his two eldest sons, who stood before the people, as if to act within their appointed duty as priests, who were in the minds of the people to inherit the high priesthood, worked the works of sorcery. And they brought their strange fire, and placed it upon the altar of Moses within the tabernacle. And it was a high priest altar, after the manner of the holy order. And Moses had consecrated the altar unto the Lord, and prayed that it could only be used to bless the God of Israel. Look at all this wickedness, bro. But people read this stuff in the Bible, and they think that this is what it's supposed to be. And then when this book tells you that it's not, you're going to say that this is wrong. You're no different from the people who were cussing out Moses back then. That's why my patience is gone, bro. It's just gone. And it came to pass that when Nadab and Abihu, the sons of Aaron, placed their fire of sorcery upon the altar, they were offering up incense upon it to the strange god, that a stone of the altar burst asunder for much heat. So let's read some things, man. Because this is something that the writer of the Brother of Jared wrote. Does anyone dispute that the law of Moses first appeared as 2 stone tablets? How small would you have to write your words to get the first 5 books of Moses on 2 stone tablets? It's a very good point. It would be safe to say that nearly all the information the Bible gives us, from Moses on back through the course of early history, came from stone tablets or from oral traditions from stone tablets. Here again, just think of the strife that has encompassed human history over a dispute over words in the law of Moses. It is a fact that the biblical law of Moses closely parallels the Babylonian law. We just read 2 videos ago about how the Pharaoh prayed over the new moon. During the new moon. This stuff's wicked ass stuff. This is not hard. This is not hard, bro. It's not hard. People are making it hard. What the Bible calls the Mosaic law was taken directly from it, the Babylonian law. And what does it say in Grandmothers? That the Egyptians, the Babylonians, and the Assyrians, the Greeks, they're all the same people. So, if the Egyptians have a certain way of going about things, it's because they're all the same people. They all come from the same group of people, the society of Seku, the priest of Mahan. They're all the same wicked people who go back to Cain and his first wickedness that he did. Right? I wonder if it seems strange to anyone that the Bible says what Moses wrote in the words was not heard for 100, during which time the law of Moses was formed, codified, and come to find out parallels Babylonian law. Listen, man. The Bible was not written in our language. I don't care what the Lost Lunar Stone says. The Lost Lunar Stone's Hebrew is not old. Is he not even older Hebrew than the Phoenician Hebrew? So what are people talking about? The taw is supposed to be some sort of X or a cross, yet the taw in that writing is used as a T. That means that writing was done during whenever the Greeks were around, or it was made by Greek Israelites. People use some common sense. I understand the Bible, or at least I'm mainly talking about Torah. I'm not necessarily talking about, certain prophets and things of that sort. And even Torah. The funny thing is that I most likely keep the Torah more than most people. I actually follow all the rules that I can. I still do it, even though, I adhere to this, which says that it was pretty much made up. Many of the stuff. What's made up, I don't know. That's why I still do it. I don't know what's made up and what's not. And unless this says not to do it, I still try to do it. Listen, man, there's a lot of people who are all Torah, but yet they have their wife and daughter wearing pants. Which is hilarious to me. It's hilarious to me. Bunch of hypocrites, man. That's why I know it's not about the Torah. It's about people being wicked. That's really what it is. They're just rebellious people. And it killed them both, and an uproar went throughout the camp. And the people said, "What is to become of us without the lineage of Aaron?" Soon after these things, Zipporah returned to look after the welfare of Moses, and to inquire as to how he fared. And she came traveling with her father and brother, and she found that there had been one continual round of complaints and murmuring against her husband. And Jethro, her father, whose name means to judge, advised Moses as to what manner he should give his word, to judge unto others of the children of Israel. And he said that Moses should take 12 of the leaders of Israel and appoint them to judge the people in their disputes. And it so happened that at the time of the arrival of Zipporah that the people were hungry, and they rose up against Moses. And Moses went alone unto the Lord. And the little bird followed at a distance, weeping and praying for him. And Moses knew it not. And Moses cried out, "Lord, the people would stone me, for they desire now to have flesh to eat." Bro, this is in the Essene Gospels. This is in the Essene Gospels, bro. This literally says the same goddamn thing. Let's read that again. Hold up. Because people, they don't get it, man. They don't get it. I'm going to just read it. I'm not doing any more explaining. "Lord, the people would stone me, for they desire now to have flesh to eat. Wherefore have you afflicted me? Have I not found favor in your sight, that you have laid all the burden of this people upon me? I am the father of all this people, that I should carry them and feed them like unto a suckling child. O God, I am not able to bear this people any longer. What? Wow, I was just see what I mean, bro? Y'all are the same, man. I definitely do know that you are these same people, but you're the lineage of these people, man. If you shall require this of me, please kill me out of hand, and thus show favor upon me. Man, y'all don't even know. And the Lord said unto him, Moses, take your 12 men as my servant has spoken to you, and let them be the elders of Israel, and set them apart, and lay your hands on them, and I will give unto them a charge as to the burden of their people, and I will take it from off you, my son. And then you may go in peace. Well done, my good and faithful servant, for you have fulfilled all the desires of my heart concerning them. Go in peace, my son. And the little bird heard the Lord, and she was comforted. And it came to pass that Moses did as the Lord commanded, according to the words of Jethro. And he chose out 12 elders of Israel, and he laid hands upon them. And they were charged with the burdening of judging the affairs of the people. And he departed from among the children of Israel. Now all these things took place in the space of 2 years and 2 seasons, from the time Moses arrived in their midst until he departed. And Moses was in this way cast out from among them. And these people wandered for 40 years, and their wickedness felt no restraints. And in those years they multiplied, and they saw not Moses again for 37 years. And it came to pass after these years, passed, that the host of Israel came upon the encampment of Moses and Zipporah, and it was it was in the 39th year, and many had heard of Moses. Howbeit that most of the old generation were passed away, and Aaron and Miriam had also passed unto the judgments of God. And it came to pass that the people were desirous that Moses should rehearse unto them all the doings of the Lord that transpired among them in this day. And Moses attempted to rehearse unto them all that had been done under his hand, for only a few old people could still speak and understand the language of the king. And what he rehearsed unto them became known as the Book of Debarum, which by interpretation is perhaps the words that are known by God. And all of what was spoken by Moses was written from memory by the people many years after in the land of Israel. And it came to pass that the Lord commanded Moses to write upon plates of brass all his doings, and all these things he had spoken unto them. And Moses wrote it upon brass plates in the language of the king of the far country. And Moses, during the course of that year, delivered the book unto the elders of Israel. And they beheld it and exclaimed, What good is this book of brass? For we cannot read the language of the king. And they cast it at the feet of Moses. But Moses was now very old, and his son Eleazar bent down, and he laid hold of it and took it. And he quietly went and placed it into the treasury of the tabernacle where it was carried about. Oh, and that was called the Book of Deuteronomy. And not looked upon for more than 800 years. And it was written as a testimony against them. And all the wickedness and cruelty of Israel during the 37 years were attributed to Moses, and God is judge. And Moses is the brother of Parnell, that's the river. And he named Messiah King of Kings, and he established the holy identities of nations, and provided that the Lord could have the covenant among a holy people. And thus ends the vision of Aki in the 10th high priest community. So I guess that's pretty much it for, the Exodus story. Man, this stuff's weighing on me, man, but I'm gonna keep pushing on. I'm gonna keep going. But you guys will know that this is not easy for me, and my patience is thin. If I'm impatient with you, I'm sorry. If you're asking me a genuine question, but you must know I've done videos on many of this stuff. So if I direct you to a video, I'm not doing it to be an asshole. I'm doing it because, one, I don't have a lot of time anymore. I now have to work on, trying to supply. Let me turn off the music. I have to now work on trying to supply a livelihood for myself, as well as keep up with my spirituality and studies. So please understand that my time is very limited right now. And I would like, to not direct you to a video and just explain to you via text, a YouTube comment or even an email. But those days, they're just not around anymore. So please do not take it personal. So I hope you guys enjoyed the series, and may we be able to do this in person next year. May peace be with you. Selak Allah.